3 months later, Emeka came back, got down on his knees, and begged Oluchi to take him back. Oluchi got angry and poured water on him, pushed him away. As he continued to beg, Oluchi picked a long stick and pursued him. He ran away in fear. A few days later, he came back to ask for forgiveness. This time, he brought his family with him, and they all knelt down and begged Oluchi to forgive him. They also promised Oluchi that they would pay for the damage their son had caused, but she will have to give them some time to get the money. Oluchi forgave him and took him back for the sake of their children, because she didn't want them to grow up without a father. Early the next morning, Oluchi took her shower and dressed up right away. She quickly went to where she had hidden some huge amount of money, but it was gone. She was filled with panic as she quickly searched every corner of the room, but she couldn't find the money. She went to ask her husband if she had seen any money, but he wasn't there. She searched the whole house, but couldn't find him. She ran outside screaming her husband's name, but no one answered. That's when she realized her husband had again disappeared with her money. She passed out from the shock and fell to the ground. Her neighbors found her and sprinkled water on her face to revive her. Feeling hopeless, Oluchi couldn't stop crying. She was about to meet with Umu Ada, from whom she had borrowed money, and she was scared. What could she possibly say? Would they even listen? She pondered. She was so worried that she couldn't sleep. She thought about leaving the village with her kids, but then she realized that leaving would make her a thief and make her family look bad. Her parents would be blamed, and the Umu Ada might even make her mother pay for the debt. So she decided to stay and deal with the consequences. When she got to the meeting location, she was so scared that she started crying. The Umu Ada were angry when they heard the news. They couldn't believe what their ears was hearing. They reminded Oluchi that the money was from contribution made by all of them throughout the year. Some women were so angry and insisted she must pay them back their money. Feeling ashamed and scared because she didn't know what the Umu Ada might do to her. When she got home, she cried while holding her children. It was the worst moment of her life. She started to remember events from her past and cursed the day she met Emeka. 2 days later, members of the Umu Ada and the village police came to Oluchi's house. They arrested her and took her away, leaving her young toddlers behind. She begged her kind neighbors to look after them while she was away. The neighbor took care of the kids and sent someone to inform Oluchi's mother of what had happened and asked her to come and pick up her 2 grandchildren. Oluchi's mother cried bitterly and took her 2 grandchildren home with her. Oluchi was in jail for 2 weeks and 2 days, after which she was taken to the court of Ndi and was found guilty. Oluchi was sentenced to 5 years in the village prison, which she had to serve in exchange for the money she owed to Umu Ada. 2 years later, luck smiled at her again when a rich, powerful prince visited their village. While taking a tour, he visited the village prison. He was drawn to her and asked how she got here. She narrated her story, and the prince felt pity for her. Such an industrious woman. It would be so wicked of him not to help her. He settled the Umu Ada and gave her a large amount of money to start her business again. Oluchi was about to be twice as rich as she was before. She thanked God deeply for remembering her after all the pain she had been through for years. She started her cocoa business and it took off almost immediately. She became a very wealthy woman in the village. Oluchi swore she would never marry again. She lived happily with her 2 children. A few months later, Oluchi found her ex-husband and arrested him for theft and fraud. He was sentenced to 7 years in prison. This lesson is for all of us. We shouldn't let societal pressure force us into marriage without first getting ready or finding the right person. Oluchi felt like she had failed in life because her younger sisters were married, and she ended up marrying someone who wasn't right for her. When she was hurting, society wasn't there to help her. This story also shows us that making hasty decisions out of pressure or desperation can lead to bad outcomes. Take your time to build a strong and healthy relationship. Choose wisely and put quality relationship first. Parents should protect their kids and not force them to make bad choices out of desperation. Uncles and aunties, please stop asking when people are getting married. There are more important things to ask. Don't push young people to get married. You never know if they are trying to get over a painful breakup or are going through some emotional pain. Let's be kind to each other and not talk about other people's problems, whether they are single or married. Thanks for watching. We hope you enjoyed the story. If you did, kindly give this video a thumbs up and tell us about it in the comment section. If you want to know when we post new African epic stories, subscribe to our channel and turn on the notification bell. See you in our next story. Bye.